Marvin Walker, a man who was dropped off in Ghana and everything went south. He was left with no money. It came a point where he had to call relatives to send him $100 a month, and that is how he survived. He's been in Ghana for well over 4 years, and he was determined to make it here. Despite all the challenges, Marvin found his way to buy multiple islands, started a real estate company, a multi-million real estate company, and he is on a mission. He has an incredible story. He has served 3 days in jail in Ghana and has done everything that you could possibly think of, including his workers using the Juju Man to find his water pumping machine. Marvin gives detailed account of what it took in order to accomplish what he's done so far and all the challenges that he had to overcome.
Yeah, did you come here like a rich man?
No, actually, I was destitute. I was broke. I was like, bro, I'm not going to Africa. I don't know nobody. Why you keep telling me to go to Africa? You know how they do in America.
Yeah.
BT, late night, all you see is the feed a child in Africa for just 22 cents.
Yeah, nobody
the flies on the head,
Exactly.
big bellies. But when I saw the beauty of Ghana, I was like, I ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
I got here and I learned the meaning of Ghana Man time. A group of employees got together and they went and consulted the local Juju Man. I spent 3 nights in jail here in Ghana too.
Really? My brother.
Rush.
How's it going, man?
Oh,
Good to see you again, man. How's
Always
it going?
good, man.
All right, man. So today we are here at Adan Shark Island.
Yes,
the man
sir.
who came to Ghana without a plan of staying. But, when life happens, you got to make the best out of it.
That's right.
And he's got an amazing story for you guys, so stay tuned. Mr. Marvin.
Yes, sir. What's up, Rush?
Chilling.
Yeah.
I see that you chilling like the island boy that you are.
Yeah, Ghana, we have these vibes, so I'm experiencing it in Ghana. So I've always liked the water, so it was natural I gravitated here.
Love it. How did you end up here? Let's start from there. How did you end up here?
So, some of my story, I came here after a failed business venture with Amazon in the States. They replicated my business model. And I hired a young lady here, Yvonne McCarthy, in Accra, and she was training all of my staff. And one day she showed me a picture of her father's house. And I saw the riverfront, they had a pool, and it was just the most serene, beautiful thing that I saw. And I said, hey, where's that? That's in Ghana? She said, yeah. She was like, yo, it's in Ada. I said, Ada. And then I started hearing the name Aqua Safari, Ada.
Okay.
Like those two names were synonymous. And when I was looking for property, one of my agents brought me over here.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
So through work, I remember earlier when we were taking a walk, you like, man, I don't know why I didn't start this first. But it was through the healthcare stuff that you ended up here.
Exactly.
Interesting story.
Yeah. So, we talked about it earlier, right?
Right.
You got to do a lot of different things in your life, but some of those things that you do that you may not like, you're doing for a while, it has a reason with your full story. And a great way to say it is like, I saw an interview with Steve Jobs one time, and he said, you can't connect the dots looking forward. You can only connect them looking back.
Absolutely.
And you see how the skills in that little job you did, working at fast food, something you learned there, somebody you met there connects to your future.
Absolutely.
And that's kind of how this thing happened, man.
Absolutely, man. It's amazing, guys. As you guys can see on the screen, it's amazing here. I met Marvin about 3 months ago. We had a chat.
Yeah.
And that's when, he had the design and all that. And he hadn't started it. Only this. I think you had started something with this.
Yeah, I mean, we were just clearing the land when I mentioned we were talking about it.
It's quite impressive, man. Within 3 months, man. I'm even surprised, right? So I keep preaching to you guys what's possible in Ghana. And Marvin came here. Did you come here like a rich man?
No, actually, I was destitute. I was broke. Well, I wasn't broke because I had raised $7.5 million for the organization that brought me here.
Okay.
And I was able to do that because of the collateral that they were making available. But when I got here, that contract didn't work out.
Okay.
I got here and I learned the meaning of Ghana Man time. They put me in a hotel in Cantonment, in Ridge area for 9 months. And I had an organization ready to give them money. Bank of Ghana, not Bank of Ghana, but UBA Bank partnered with me to domicile their assets so that the fund that I raised the money from could release it. And it just never happened. And, but when I saw the beauty of Ghana, I was like, I ain't going nowhere.
So what were you doing during those,
So that's
9 months?
You know what? There was a clause in our contract that said I couldn't do the same business with nobody else for 5 years. So foolish me, I was just sitting in a hotel eating, I was moving around Ghana and, seeing the sights, but I wasn't like connecting with nobody on business.
Okay.
So I felt like that's the mistake that I made. I should have been still connecting because I really didn't know that, I didn't expect them to not move forward with the deal. We had signed the MOU, then the contract, and all they had to do was, sign over the conveyance of assets, and they just never would do that.
What year was that?
That was 2019.
Wow. So you've been here for quite some time now, like
Yeah.
4 years?
Yeah, going on 5. I came here October of 2018 was my very first time.
Okay.
Then I left, came back December of 2018. And then once we signed the contract, December 2018, I moved back here February of 2019. So within 4 months, I was living in Ghana.
Okay. So I know, you came out here, things didn't go as planned, but how did you, whole bunch of African countries, why did you pick Ghana for this particular deal that did not go through?
I did not pick Ghana. My operations manager, when the thing with Amazon happened, I was trying to sue them. I had no money. The lawyer, all of a sudden, who was representing me and was going to take a percentage of the settlement, all of a sudden was like, nah, I need to get paid. So they got to him, and he realized that I could do more business with them than this guy with a one-off.
Right.
So my operations managers kept saying, Marvin, you need to go to Ghana. Your technology would fare really well. And what he sold me on, Ghana's safe, which it is.
Right.
Right? Ghana's progressive. It was the first country to get their independence.
Yeah, in
right?
Africa, yep.
And when he told me all of those things, I was like, bro, I'm not going to Africa. I don't know nobody. Why you keep telling me to go to Africa?
Is it because like based on your programming, like
The technology.
did you know like Africa, your perception of Africa before you came to see what's actually on ground? What was your perception of Africa in general?
You know how they do in America.
Yeah.
BT late night, all you see is the feed a child in Africa for just 22 cents.
Yeah, nobody
the flies on the head,
exactly.
Big bellies, and they didn't show us that it was developed. And I think that's one of the reasons why I wanted to stay, because I felt like they had duped me for so many years.
Yeah.
I'm gonna enjoy it right now that I see it for what it really is.
Absolutely. So 9 months without doing anything, and you realize like, oh shit, this is not gonna happen.
Yeah.
So then what was your next move?
So once I realized the deal wasn't gonna happen, I called the media so I could expose this organization.
Okay.
And they was like, listen, son, it's not gonna work. But what we're gonna do, we're gonna give you some money and you're gonna get out of here, go back to America. And they literally gave me some money and was like, look, here, take this money, right? Wash our hands with you, go back to America. And I was like, nah, I'm not leaving. I took the money, I paid off some of the staff that I'd hired, and I kept some for myself. I bought a Hyundai Sonata and I rented a hotel room, and I was like, I'm gonna figure it out while I'm doing it. But my money was running out.
Yeah, Ghana will run out. Were you chilling?
No, I wasn't chilling. I was scrambling. I was trying to figure shit out, right? I was like, But, that is what helped me come up with my concept for my business model, right? So you got to go through the journey, but just be paying attention during the journey. Most people, when they come to Ghana and, they're experiencing the challenges that everybody goes through,
absolutely,
they get anxious, they panic, and they don't focus on how they could turn that negative situation into a positive, right?
Right.
So that's the difference, I think.
Absolutely. Same thing happened to me actually with my land situation. That's how I started my YouTube. That's how we got Kidding off the ground. So I know exactly what you're talking about. When the problems come, I think that's how God works really, in mysterious ways. Like there's a problem, there's a way around it. If you can be strong and think outside of it, then you can come out on the other side. You'll be like, what the hell was I thinking? Like this was nothing compared to this.
Yeah. And then that what you get out of that problem actually rewards you even more than what if things would have worked out the other way, right?
Always,
it's crazy.
Always. God is the ultimate planner, bro.
Yeah, man.
So how was it? We all know the land issues in Ghana. I mean, I preach that constantly on my channel. Everybody knows of this. Like, it's everywhere. So how did you manage to get this valuable land and being able to build this beautiful properties on it?
Yeah. So, I engaged a agent to show me land property, right?
Right.
So, the agent, he knows who owns land, and they know how to go around and find out who really owns the land. So you're not buying it from a caretaker who's perpetrating like the land is his, right? So that's the first thing. I engaged him. And then once I knew that we were dealing with the right family, what we did was I hired an attorney to then deal with their attorney. And I went to Lands Commission, I did a search, right? And then once we got the search back, then I registered the land. Okay. Right? So that's a short version, but that's how I came in contact with the land.
So then was it smoothly, like was it like payment plan to go through it? How was the whole deal, right? Did you pay them up front to register it, or you structure the payment plan where you get to take over the land and you pay as you go? How was that?
I got to look into the camera for this.
Okay.
Don't you ever give anybody in Ghana or anywhere money up front for the land. So what I did was I gave them a percentage of what we agreed upon so that they knew that I was serious.
Okay.
But I needed to register the land, and I needed it to come back registered in my name for me to know that, it would go through. Because there's people who, like you have legitimate documents,
Right.
bought it from the the right people,
yeah.
but then their family members came.
Yes.
So I think something that you didn't do when I was listening to your story, and I don't know, you may have done it, but I also made them sign a family resolution where everybody in the family had to say that I know that the representative is selling the land to Mr. Walker or leasing it, because you can't buy it, right? So,
Right.
So not only did we sign a lease agreement, but we had to do a family resolution where many members of the family signed off, so that the uncle ain't coming back, the cousin, oh, I didn't know that they sold it. No, we're not playing those games.
Okay. I didn't do that because they had a title, and I transferred the title to my name before I finished paying them.
Yeah.
And they were living there. So I kicked them. So it was, to me, it was like nobody in their reasonable mind would do anything. And this person who took me to court, actually, he's not in his reasonable mind because he's going to owe me a lot of money.
Yeah.
But I think that could have avoided it in a way if I would have let them sign off. So definitely, yes, important.
So yeah, and you know what I did too was I listened to people who did it wrong, so I knew what not to do. Right?
Exactly.
And I want to be clear with that too, right? Sometimes we only hear about the negative things, and people be like, oh, it's dangerous and you can't buy land in Ghana. But no, there's a lot of people who did it right. So find out what the people who did it right do, and just do those things.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's what I did. So because you can't let the horror stories stop you from
No. I'm still involved in land. I've had 2 land issues. I've had many purchases. It happens. It's trial and error.
Bro, I got 4 islands around here.
You learn from it.
Yeah.
Have you had any land issues yet?
No, I mean, I did, but it wasn't with like, the families that I bought it from. It was actually from the agent that represented the family. So I was paying the money to the family after that, and the agent
through the agent.
Through the lawyer. The agent would go to the lawyer would release the money to the agent, so he would bring it to the family.
Okay.
The agent took the money and used the money to start a business.
Yeah, that sounds like Ghana too.
So the family was like putting pressure on me, like, yo, where that money at? And I'm like, yo, go to your lawyer. I paid your lawyer, right?
Right.
And I'm like, why these people keep putting pressure? So I called the lawyer, like, look, miss, can you please give these people the money I gave you? She's like, what money? I gave them the money. So then I had my agent call the other agent because he knew him. I said, bro, the lawyer said she gave him the money, but the family's saying they didn't get the money. So now I'm paying the family direct, right?
Right.
Because it was 3 families that owned the land that I bought from.
Okay.
That family owned a small portion. 2 other families owned the other portion, right? So they just agreed to let that family represent them. But they weren't even telling them how much they sold the land for. They was giving them whatever money they wanted to give them.
Yeah. Ghana.
So they were coming to me, the other 2 family heads, and was like, yo, you ain't paying no money. And I was like, no, I'm paying money. Look at my statement. So you always want to keep proof, bank transfers.
Absolutely.
That, you made the payment. So if you go to court, you can show, look, I paid the money.
Yeah. Don't ever pay anything in cash. We always make payments through writing a check because it's going to be there forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can show that.
Yep, right? In court. Yeah. You always got it. When you're purchasing, you got to go in as you're going to have problems. And how can you win it back?
Bro.
You got to go in that way.
Yeah. So the agent ended up threatening me, talking about he going to come to the land and tear down my walls and break my house down. I said, bro, before the first brick even hit the ground, you would have got wet up already, right? So he's like, what? I'm from Mada. I'm a killer. I'm going to kill you. That's all I needed to hear. There was 2 sisters that got their head cut off of their land out here. There was another lady that I know on Lake Blossom Tree. She was having land issues. They found her dead, and we know she got poisoned, but nobody. So I said, man, I ain't come to Ghana to get killed. So I went to CID. I said, listen, man, this dude threatened me. I need to legally obtain a firearm.
What's CID? I want you to tell them.
CID is Criminal Investigation Department.
Exactly.
Of the police.
Yep.
So I went to them, I filed a report. I said, listen, the agent threatened me. I paid the money for this land. He took it. And there was a property on the land that I had paid them to remove. Okay. It was
when you bought it, was it already there? And it was supposed to take it down.
Yeah.
As part of the purchasing agreement.
Yeah, because I bought the land. So I wanted to tear it down, but a family was still living in it. So I said, look, I already paid for the land. Like, y'all need to tear that down. So they're like, oh, we need to build a house for the guy that lives there and his family. So they're like, can you give us the money? I said, no, I paid the land. Take the money out of the land payment and give them. But I said, you know what? If me giving them some extra money is going to help them take it down quick, let me just
Right.
Bro, I gave them the money rush. 2 months later, the house still there. Then the guy comes back like, I need some more money. And I said, no, I'm not going to do that.
That's Ghana for you, man.
So he was like, I said, what you need more money for? He said, oh, we need more supplies. So I said, all right, listen, I got cement, sand, everything you need here. 2x4s, you know, Wawa board. Take what you need.
Right. That's definitely a blessing. When I came in here, I'm asking, you know me, I'm trying to figure out how you getting this materials here. I'm like, how do you get your sand here? It didn't even occur to me that he's by the by the water. He like, man, I dig my sand from the ground. I'm like, oh man,
Yeah.
you know. So yeah,
gave them the materials. Still, the property is still there.
Yeah, that's good.
So then I said, all right, you know what? I'm not gonna argue with y'all. I done gave y'all 4 months to tear this property down. I said, you know what? I'm gonna charge y'all $500 a night for every day that the property stays up, because that's what I would rent one of these units for.
Right.
A 2-bedroom. So they was like, the agent was like, no, you can't do that. And we realized, because he stole the money, if I deducted that money and didn't pay them, he couldn't get his commission, because he told them I'll pay the money I stole back out of the commission. So once I told him I'm not paying that money because the house stayed up for too long,
right,
he was like, yo, I'm gonna kill you. Coming. So I had
oh, he said that to you?
He told me he's gonna kill me. And I told him, I said, bro, in America where we from, people don't say they gonna kill you and they joking. So I don't know that you joking. So I went and I got that shotgun and I keep that thing on me, same way I would in the Bronx.
I feel you.
But the families here is good, so I'm not promoting violence. I'm just saying though, you can get taken out for land issues in Ghana. So
Yeah, you
make
gotta
sure
be
you
careful.
do everything right. And the great thing is that I've established a bond with the family.
Definitely, yeah. We took a stroll down there, and I could see, you know, very respectful to everybody.
And you see
they love you here. You employ a lot of people.
Yeah, we employ them. So,
you paying them above how much they would have gotten paid for otherwise, for the most part. So yeah, I think you're doing great stuff in the community. They seem to love Marvin out here. You know, he's famous.
Relationship.
Famous Shark Island, got his own boat and all that. You know. Have you had like any theft issues? You know, people stealing from you? What's going on?
Yeah, you're gonna have that in Ghana. You know, and it's not because the people are bad people. It's just that, you know, people are poor, right?
Right.
So there's the haves and the have-nots.
Yeah,
right?
the disparity is kind of.
And unfortunately, people just trying to survive. But you know, I still can't let you steal my stuff. But you know, Easter weekend, a guy came in and stole our pump, and that's the second time things have been stolen. So you see the shed back there, I built it, the storage room.
Okay.
So we keep the cement and everything. Because at first I'm like, we on this island, ain't nobody coming here other than the family. So first they stole a couple boxes of towels. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna let this one slide, but I deducted the money out of everybody's check and divided it up, right?
Right.
I got
so you got your money back. Yeah.
So I wasn't mad at that.
Sometimes that's literally how you gotta go about it. Yeah.
I said, no. Either y'all gonna tell me who's stealing, or everybody's gonna pay for who's stealing.
Exactly.
So we can either remove that one person, or y'all
all y'all not eating.
Yeah. So then, like, we didn't have no wahala for like a good 2 months.
Okay.
And then Easter weekend came, and somebody came and stole the water pump.
Okay.
And so I get a call. I'm in a crowd, and I come back. They said, "Oh, Mr. Walker, the water pump's gone." So then I was mad because this is the second time, and I'm like, "Yo, I'm creating opportunities for y'all. I love living here amongst you people. We can't keep having this stealing going on. And if y'all not gonna tell me who, somebody saw who stole it."
Right.
I said, so ain't nobody getting paid until, you know, either I find my pump or y'all, or nobody just getting paid, right? And I'm gonna be able to buy 30 pumps.
Of course, yeah, definitely.
But you know, fortunately, it wasn't nobody this time from
the work. Yeah.
So, bro, I never believed in juju like that. I mean, I'm Guyanese, so I know about Obi and I know it's real, right?
Right.
But I'm like, they went and consulted the whole group of employees got together and they went and consulted the local Juju Man.
Because they didn't want to lose their salary. Okay.
They were like, we can't have this.
Yeah.
So they went in and they told me what he said. He said, no, the thing is on the island. The person that took it is here. The thing is still here. It's in the bushes in a sack. So I said, man, I don't believe that. Y'all just better find it. That's all I want to hear is we found the pump, right? So they came back like 2 days later. Mr. Walker, come. We found the culprit and the pump. So they walked me over to the next village, and sure enough, they found the guy. Went and spoke to the head of the village and said, listen, we're being told that this person took, you know, something that belongs to us, and we just want it back. And if I get it back, I'm not gonna call the police. But if I don't get it back, I'm gonna have to involve the police.
Okay.
And I don't want to put another black man in jail.
Right.
Ever. I see enough of that in America. So we left, and the next day the Juju Man told them, go in the bushes and it's there. And not too far from the guy's house that I went the night before to talk to the chief, that they found out it was him. he was like, yo, it's not mine. But the crazy thing was 2 women saw him early in the morning. They said, we saw him go to Shark Island the day before, looking around. And then he came back early hours in the morning, like 4 or 5 in the morning. And they saw him walking with a sack.
Is it heavy?
It's kind of heavy. Yeah.
Damn. So he was struggling. Like my car, the
I saw your video, bro.
They were struggling to steal that shit, man.
No,
but I got them on camera.
You know what killed me? You was like, I got them on camera. I'm watching to see what they do. Bro, when you said they loaded on the trotro and I saw it,
man, yeah, that was crazy. So I made them struggle to take that. It was funny.
Yeah.
I wasn't even mad to watch. I'm like, yo, this guy's really struggling.
They earned it because they put it on the trotro and did it for everybody. I was like, wow. But
yeah, it's crazy, man. But it's part of the game, man.
Yeah,
you know, it's part of the game.
Listen, but they caught the guy. We found the thing in the bushes, took it. Man, they beat him from that village to this village.
That's one thing in Ghana. Like, they don't promote stealing.
Yeah, they don't like
that. So if you steal from somebody, they catch you, you're done. So stealing is not a thing here.
They beat people to death.
Yeah. When somebody catches you like stealing, you're done in Ghana. So that's a big deal.
I literally have to stop them. And
Yeah.
I said, no, let's let the police handle it. But the staff was mad because, like, yo, he almost cost us our livelihood.
Yeah.
Right? Because other than fishing, you know, and
the boat driving and all that,
they don't.
There's nothing around here. There's nothing around here before you came here.
So they appreciate it, right? And you know, so I was like, no, let's let the police handle it. So we took him to jail. You know, they sent him to jail, and we got the fund back. And you know, they wanted us to come to court, but we didn't.
Yeah, you don't want to make a big deal out of it.
I got the thing back.
It's okay. Yeah,
he spent the night in jail.
So. Yeah, you know, slept with mosquitoes, and Ghana mosquitoes are mean, very, very mean, man.
Bro, I spent 3 nights in jail here in Ghana too.
Really?
I'm a total Ghanaian, right?
Man, what happened? God.
Bro, I paid the dude to do my solar back in January. He comes, he brings half of my equipment, right? He like, yo, 2 of the panels when I got there was cracked, so I didn't want to bring them. I said, all right. He said, you know, give me till the end of the month. They'll get a new shipment and I'll bring it. I said, no problem. Right? I waited, end of the month come, I don't hear from dude. I give another 2 weeks, nothing from him. So I sent him a message like, hey, bro, either you going to bring my 2 panels or just bring me back my money and take the rest of this equipment. I don't hear no answer. So I give it like another 72 hours for, you know, and I said, I emailed back. I said, listen, bro, no answer is an answer. I said, listen, if you don't bring my pump back within the next 7 days, whenever and wherever I see you, I'm going to put hands on you. You're going to learn the meaning on site. Because, you know, I just ain't got time for nobody to waste my time or steal my money.
Right.
So dude was running around with it, wouldn't bring, you know, stuff back, wouldn't answer my calls. I went to the guy that introduced me to him and said, yo, he does solar. I said, yo, call your man and tell him he needs to, you know, bring the solar or give me my money back. He's dodging his call. So then I went to the police. I filed the police. I said, listen, man, this guy came. I paid him 50,000 CDs. He dipped off. He owes me 2, you know, panels. He's not answering. So now the police is looking for him. But, you know, you got to pay the police to come take a report.
Hey, that you got to buy, I call it buying lunch.
Yeah, well,
yeah, to show respect. I say buying lunch, but basically.
And I do show respect. I like that too. But you know, they never pay no money when they get caught or none of that. So I'm like, yo, I don't mind paying. I get it. I got to get y'all mobilization fee.
Yeah. Nothing's for free in Ghana.
So I did that, and then so they're like, yo, do you know where he's at? And I couldn't find him. So one of my friends said, listen, just put his picture on the TV and put that he's wanted and offer something. So I said, all right, I'm gonna put 10,000 CDs out saying, look, we need to find out where this guy lives. Don't do business with him. He'll chop your money.
Yeah.
So the guy, I sent him the ad that we was gonna start running.
Right.
And then he messaged me back. He wasn't messaging me back
before. Okay,
so
okay.
He like, boss, why must you consult me with these things? Just do what you gonna do. I got the money.
The internet came back on, right? The internet was working now. Before it wasn't working. Yeah, the internet was working.
So I sent that message to him on a Wednesday. He responded Thursday. So then Friday I said, I'm gonna go to the district and I'm gonna file a report. So I went there and I filed a report again. Said, look, I need to go get this dude. And this is the message he sent me after I told him to do this. So as I'm leaving, they call me back inside and they say, yo, Mr. Walker, you know, the guy is there and he, you know, dropped your panels off at the charge station. So I'm happy that my panels is there, but I'm also mad because, yo, I didn't pay you this money for you to take it to the charge station. I paid you to install it on
on top of your house.
So I leave
as you guys could see on the screen.
Yeah, so I leave there. I'm driving my 3-tire from the district command to, you know, the charge station.
3-tire, that's a tricycle, right?
Yeah.
Man, you're a real Ghana guy, man.
Bro, I love it, man. I go and I get my materials too. So I see him at the police station. I'm like, thank you, Jesus. I turned the three tires inside the police station. That thing didn't even come to stop. I jumped off. When I saw, wop, 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 wop. I hooked him up. He in front of the police station. I told him, listen, I understand the Ghanaian culture, but y'all got to understand we got a culture too, and it's called on site. And wherever I see you, it's
going down. It doesn't matter if it's at a police station.
Yeah, it don't matter.
And the police was like, man, you can't do that. 3 days. I put somebody in jail for 3 days before.
They locked me up for 3 days.
A story that it would be really great for me to share online, but it's too dangerous. Some ghost scam that I was involved in. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Yep. So 3 days in jail is not fun.
It was cool for me. I mean,
did you make friends?
Yeah, I made some friends.
Meditated?
No, when I went in, they wanted to beat me up because they was like, hey, push the wall. And I said, I ain't pushing no wall, bro.
They said push the wall.
Yeah, like there's a bus on the wall, you got to push. I said, I ain't pushing nothing. And then, I was like, look, we're going to be fighting all night long, bro. Like, so either we're going to be friends or we're going to be
Yeah, we're going to be fighting. We're going to be daddy together.
But when they found out that why I got into a fight with dude, they was like, yo, he got you for that much, and they understood. Okay. And then, we cleaned the cell, we chilled. But, I hated that it happened.
But it's whatever. It's just another day.
I had to teach him a lesson. And I made a promise, so I couldn't let me not keep my promise. And he think I was a liar.
Your word is your bond, basically. So, it doesn't really matter where it's at. Sorry, it happened to be at the police station, but you served 3 days for a fuck it.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
That over your word,
Yeah.
Man, it's been great, man. This guy is doing amazing, man. So you still have properties on this site for sale?
Yeah, so we have the condos, the 3-story condos, right? We got the ground floor, first floor, and the second floor, and then we got a rooftop deck. Okay. So it's 36 units, but we sold about 8 of them so far. Okay. So those are what's left on this island, and now we're opening up phase 2. Right. Where now people could get beachfronts. Because as you see, all of my beachfronts sold out.
Yeah, that one is sold out, yeah.
And people want that. So I say, you know what? I don't want other people who understand our business model. We give them a unit that they could rent and generate passive income. So we open up phase 2 where they could get the
which is just like opposite of this one, right?
Yeah. So when it sells out, if you don't get in, then we're not opening up phase 3 until we sell out 1 and 2.
Yeah, so I'll put a link in the description if you want to talk to him and know more about the island, what's available, what are his plans for phase 2, or whatever is available here. You can talk to him directly, and then you guys take it from there.
Yeah, Shark Island Resort and Residence, helping those of you in the diaspora looking to come to Ghana, whether it's your first time or you're coming back home as a Ghanaian. We help you make the transition in a sustainable way. And the best way to do that is have a vehicle that is going to generate the equivalent of US dollars in CDs, so that at the point that you run out of money, and you will, I know some guys that came with $2 million.
Yeah, same here. I came with a lot of money, bro. I think Ghana has almost like a curse that if you come, it brings you down before it brings you up.
Yeah, but that's
I don't know why. When I came, I was losing money like crazy when I came here. Like not in Ghana per se, where I had this line issue block and all that, but the market, like everything just went to really like went down. So it's normal.
We discussed it earlier.
Yeah.
Sometimes having your back against the wall helps spark your creative juices.
Absolutely.
And I love it, man.
Yeah. Same here. The good thing is I plan well. So like you said, whatever you're doing right now to bring you money, I have something like that in the States. That no matter what, I'm gonna get paid to eat. So building my house, that was a plan. That no matter what, like I ain't going back. That was my mindset, bro. So if it wasn't for that, I would have been gone, bro. I would have been gone.
And people gotta understand, once you own your house, that's like your biggest expense.
It's gone.
Right? And so now
especially if you got solar on top, like bro, you're still going to sleep in the light.
Yeah, if I use ECG, it don't matter. But I still use it as a backup.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you gotta plan well, and he does that for you to have that residual income, because I guarantee you, whatever you got planned, it's not gonna go. It's not straight line, my friend. You're gonna have to detour, and during the times of that happening, you having something to back you up is gonna keep you here, because just staying the course. I don't know, Ghana works in mysterious. I've heard so many stories similar to mine. Yeah. You have the same story. Once you stay on course, right? It's like, an airplane, you're taking off and it's doing all that. Once you stay, it's like just boom, then you're gone. Yeah. So.
But it's wonderful, man. And I got to commend you, because I love your consistency, but you be giving valuable information. And not just like in one area. You make sure that people understand the full gambit of living and relocating to Ghana.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
I look at you, I'm like, man, I started a channel. I've been doing a horrible job, bro.
Man, you're doing a great job at building, man. So I think you're good.
I can't be doing 2 things at one time. You can't. So I love what you're doing. That's how we met.
Yeah, of course, of course.
I saw your channel and I said, yo, I love how professional he is. I saw some of your books in the back. We read some of the same books. So I knew we were on the same mindset.
And then you from New York as well,
Yeah,
the
I'm
Bronx.
from the
Yeah, so
Bronx.
so that went to his house and all that. So you know, Marvin is a friend. This was really not an interview. I came to visit him, and I'm like, you know what? I can't come and see you without putting you on YouTube. You know,
hopefully, I had a problem.
yeah,
You put me in your channel.
yeah, of course, man. I gotta do it, man. I gotta do it. So it's been great. It's amazing here, man. I don't want to leave, right? I don't want to leave. The weather is amazing. The breeze is amazing, and he's got great plans. So this is a testament to you guys that people, you know, you hear stories of people saying that you got to come to Ghana with a lot of money. He came here with no plans. What he came here to do did not go as planned. And then he had to start from scratch, just like an ordinary Ghanaian or anybody else. He had to start from the ground up, right?
Yeah. But listen, America's developed. It's established. But if a Ghanaian leaves here, or even like when my parents left Guyana and we moved to America, it still took us a number of years
Before
to get established. You know, I've been in Ghana now going on 5 years, and it took, you know, me almost 5 years to get my footing underneath me, right?
But people don't have that patience sometimes. It's patience. You gotta have patience sometimes.
Ghana will teach you patience, but it's a good thing. I need help in that area. So
yeah, same here. I just made a video not long ago talking about this. This is the only way to stay sane.
Yeah.
It's the only way. If not, you're gonna go crazy. So you gotta have patience, unbelievable amount of patience, really, to thrive out here. But it's been great, Mr. Marvin.
Thank you.
Mr. Walker, as they call you here.
No, I'm Mr. Shock now. They call me
You Mr. Shock. Ah, man.
Yeah.
So it's been great, man. Like I said, you know, the link is gonna be in the description below. You can always reach out to him, whatever you want to know about the island. He got multiple islands. I don't want to put his business out there, but if it's sold out, just talk to him, man, and you might be the first one on the next island. You get the best location and all that.
And you know, you and your company who is working with us to help develop some of the homes. I love the quality, the stuff that you did in your house, and you know, I ain't balling like you. I don't want the big
please,
house like
no.
But,
You do the small way though. You do the small way.
But now
you're flipping the money, you know.
But that's why we're gonna give everybody what they want. So you know, we're excited to partner with you and Bismarck so that you could build some of the homes, because we have a lot of, you know, we're selling homes in 3 months we sold about 17 homes.
Yeah, that's I think I mentioned that if I didn't already. So I met him initially when, you know, pitching the whole idea. We met as friends, you know, talking about, you know, the Bronx and all that. Like, hey, my guy, I've been here. And I think I seen an interview of you and Della at one point. So I'm like, I remember this face, you know. And then you told me about the plans, how you trying to sell and all that. That you hadn't sold not even one.
I hadn't sold.
And then I haven't seen you like 3 months. And then I reached out to you like, man, we selling our movie. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
You know, so my guy is really out here working, man.
Going out full time.
It's possible, man. It's a lot of opportunities here. You just gotta. He said it took him like 4 years before you actually got something solid going on. But we are impatient, and he didn't think outside the. I mean, he didn't sit there. He thought outside the box and just made things happen, man. So that's what it takes to survive out here, to make money out here. It takes time. It's the old school way of making it. You gotta think outside the box, and you can make a living for yourself here. So, you know, thank you, Mr. Marvin. I can't wait for us to work together.
Yes, sir.
If you've not subscribed to the channel already, you know what to do. Comment, let us know what you think. And until next time, my friends, be legendary. Peace.